Welcome back, mathletes, with another episode of Math with Dr. Math. In this video, we're going to look at factoring like it's 1999. Let's take a look. All right, so let's look at this problem right here. One big question you have to ask yourself whenever you're factoring, all right, most important question is, do we have a GCF? A greatest common factor, some number or variable that I could factor out of all of these terms. Most important question. If you don't do that, you're asking for a factoring whooping. All right. So in this case, there's nothing these guys have in common. So that's good news. All right. Or maybe it's not good news. I don't know. All right. Second question you ask yourself is, what kind of polynomial do I have here? How many terms do we have? So we have uno, dos, 3 terms. All right. Very important because since I have 3 terms, I'm going to throw down this AC method, right? This grouping method. A lot of people call it different things. Most people call it the wrong thing, but we're going to call it the AC method. And if you looked at my last video, what we're going to see here is we're going to multiply the first term times the last term. But again, make sure these are in descending order. All right. So we multiply the first term times the last term. So we got 4 times negative 24, or negative 21. Don't forget that sign. And when we multiply it, we get negative 84. All right. And what you do is you grab that middle term and we put that right there in the bottom. So that 25 goes right there. And if you've done these problems before, then I know what you're thinking. You're looking at that top number and you're like, nah, Dr. Math, I ain't working with that number. But it's all right. Trust me, I have a plan for you. All right, so check it out. So let's look at our plan. So what I suggest to all my students is we take that negative 84 and you just start dividing it. All right, we just start dividing it. So give me 2 numbers that multiply to give me 84. And of course, we'll start with 84 and 1. And don't put signs on it yet. We'll put the signs at the end. All right. So anyway, 84 and 1 could give me 25. Nope. So now let's divide 84 by 2. And we're going to get 42. So 42 and 2. If I put some signs in front of here, can I get that 25? Nope, not happening. Let's continue. Let's go down our list. So punch in 84 in your calculator, divide it by 3, and you're going to see that you get 28. So if I slap some signs in front of one of these or both of these, can I get that positive 25? Absolutely. If I go ahead and make that 3 negative. So 28 times negative 3, when we multiply those two, right, boom, gives me negative 84. When we add them, boom, we get that 25. All right. So again, if you have your calculator handy, this actually doesn't take that long. All right. As long as you understand the process. So it's all about understanding. All right. So what are we going to do with 28 and that negative 3? All right. So let's take a look. What we're going to do, just like we said before, is we're going to split up that 25x. All right. And the little hint is it has an x and usually split up with your x. Oh, I touched the nerve with some people. Don't start crying on me. All right. Every time I say x, I see you turning around, all sad. All right. So we have plus 28x and minus 3x. And this negative 21, we haven't used it, so we're going to drop it like it's hot. Bam. All right. So the grouping method, what it tells us is that we group the first 2 terms and we group those second 2 terms. All right. So looking at those first 2 terms, what's the GCF, the greatest common factor that they have in common? All right. So if you heard your mom in the background, she said they have a 4 and an x in common. Excellent. And so we're left with x plus 7. All right, that 7's French. It looks a little strange. And then, what do these two have in common? Good. negative 3. So we'll factor out a negative 3. All right. And we're left with the x plus 7 as well. And again, to check yourself, all we do is multiply by negative 3, and we get the original up here. We multiply by that 4x, we get the original up here. Well, what do you know? Just like we highlighted in our last video, boom, these have the same factors, all right? So because they both have an x plus 7, we could factor out that x plus 7. And when you pull out the x plus 7 from both of them, you're left with 4x minus 3. And bam, you have found those mother factors. All right, folks, if you have any questions, comment down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bam!